As the fattest men in Britain.
This is an unusual type measurement. We wouldn't normally
Tonight
take
on
this.
Real Life, meet the fattest men in Britain.
So you're actually 43, so you're just 70 in the waist.
Yeah.
I'll make them 13.9 knee.
40, 50, 60 stone. How much do you think they weigh? What's it like living in bulk?
Yes, I mean, the important thing is this is an awful lot more red and it feels.
And just how much do you have to eat and drink to become a colossus?
I think in terms of his diet, it's a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. No wonder he continues to put the weight on that he does.
40 pints a night, and there are very few people who can do that and still remain alive.
Come on in, live life large. Once upon a time, in a middle-sized town, in a tiny little flat, lived a very large man.
If I ever worked in a fish and chip shop, there would be no left for customers. I don't think there would.
And as he ate, he grew in size, and people came from far and wide to see the biggest man alive. They'd bring him food for him to eat, like tributes laid out at his feet, sausages, chips and fish in batter. And as he ate, he grew still fatter. They'd treat him with sweet things at every meeting, because something in them loved to see a fat man eating.
Really nice.
How much do you weigh now, Jack? Do you know?
Well, some say I could be 54, 56. But when I was at GC Maulers on Thornton Road...
The job you did?
Yeah. I left there all them years ago and I weighed 48 stone and a half. And I were only, what, 3 stone to put to 50 stone then. So I could well a lot more than what I've said. But like I say, the figure seemed to stick.
54, 55 stone.
Well, I said 50, just over 50. Somebody said to me, you might be 60 stone. I said, well, I might be.
If Jack's right, that makes him the heaviest man in Britain. He's a gentle soul, rather like a third of a ton of cuddles with a head on top. All the same, you wouldn't want him falling on you. He measures 6 foot round the waist. Young Jack was raised by his mother and his grandmother, a sort of mam-gran double act where food was the music of love.
My gran would be sat there, my mum would be sat there, and they'd be talking to me. And if they were talking to me, I'd say, yes, mum. And to my proper mum, I'd be saying, yes, mum. So I thought, how lucky can you be to have 2 mums, so to speak, you know?
And they both cooked for you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that's how they told you that they loved you?
Oh, exactly so, yeah. My grandma idolised me on the cooking way there. Like, no matter what it was, what she made for me, she made plenty of it. My top favourite, what my grandma used to make me, were like, what you could say, it'd be steak, mashed potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, turnip gravy, all the trimmings on it. You know, there were no that shouldn't be on the plate that I didn't dislike. It was just lovely, you know. And as I'm eating it, she'd be looking and be so proud, you know, that I'm eating it for her. And then when the plate was done, she said there was plenty more love and it were good. This is how it was. She idolised me.
Under Mam and Gran's unorthodox steak and tatties diet, the lad Jack blossomed into a gentle giant, becoming a bit of a Bradford celebrity. In recent years too, Fat's been kind to Jack Taylor. He's currently big on German telly. 10 German film crews have made the pilgrimage to Bradford. When you do meet Jack, you find your eyes irresistibly drawn to his head, the top of his head. Ask the question, grasp the nettle.
There's an issue, Jack.
Yeah.
We've both been skirting around.
Yeah.
And we haven't really grasped it. And it's about your hair, Jack.
Yeah. Well, all I've got to say to that, like the Germans, they never left me alone. I mean, it's something that started from school. And all I said was a few words, and they just said, oh, well, we'll leave it at that. I'll just say it's Jack's creation. Jack likes it. It's Jack's lived with it all this time. And it suits me. And then understood and said, oh, well, that'll do us. And that's it.
Jack's hair. Jack's hair.
Yes.
His hair.
It suits him. He's had it like that for a long, long time.
It's unusual.
It is very unusual. But it suits him and he likes it.
He says it's a creation.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Because nobody else has got like Jack's hair, and it suits him. It's the way he likes it. Like a lot of things you say, like his food and everything.
Do you know the secret of Jack's hair?
No, that's one thing I don't.
I love it.
What chance have I got of getting that off you, Jack?
No, I don't think so, no. Once Jack starts, that's it. All about that there.
Jack's partial to a custard slice.
Yeah.
How many of them have you eaten, Jack, at one sitting?
At one sitting? Oh, it depends on how I am. And if I'm in mood for them, a couple of pots of tea, I can eat up to 7. You know, it depends a lot. It depends how I feel. What mood I'm in. But, like I say, part of living and eating, I've got a lot to fill.
You don't need that last bit, do you, Jack?
Oh, yes, I do,
no, you
yeah.
don't. I don't think you need it.
No.
Right,
I don't believe in. I was brought up waste not, want not, you know what I mean, like, so to speak.
Put it back on the plate, I'll take it away, Jack.
Oh, no, you can't, no. No. I'll eat it for you.
You're going to eat it for me?
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah. I've saved you paper, and you want some paper? Lovely. I love my food.
It's tough being fat. That's what people tell you. Fat men are supposed to be sad men. No girls. No mates. You don't get out much. Meet Big Barry out on the Randan in Brum.
Happy birthday!
Barry does eating like other people do aerobics. Cooking for Barry can prove expensive, and you really don't want to have to knock up one of his record-breaking fry-ups.
A 20-ounce steak, 20-ounce gammon steak, pound of pork chops, lamb chops, 4 pound of chips, 16 eggs, large tin of beans, large tin of tomatoes, mushrooms, bread, everything. It was just like, come on, 3 plates, I think. And you had to eat your way through it.
What was the reward if you ate your way through it?
Basically, you didn't have to pay for the meal, and next time you went, you had another one free.
What a special guest tonight on his way up to the stage. Welcome, Big Barry.
He just makes an entrance into a room without sort of bursting through the doors. It's just like the whole place is buzzing. Oh, Barry's here, Barry's here. And people just like tend to swarm around him, and he really is a personality when he goes out. He's like a big sunbeam. It's just everything. If you imagine a figure with a great big sunshine behind them, that's like Barry. I used to have a teddy bear when I was younger, and he just reminded me of that big teddy bear.
Barry makes fat into a spectator sport. He rolls around Brum like the Baron of Broad Street, trailing hangers-on like minnows in the wake of his celebrity.
You're nice. Oh, yeah, yours. Well done.
Most people set out in life, in their careers, they want to be, say, a manager time of 22, 25. And I wanted to be like, get to this 50-stone mark, and that was a milestone in my life. I went over that. But now it's about time I changed.
He's tried to change before. Barry had his jaws wired when he was 18, but managed to cheat with a little ingenuity and the aid of a straw.
How did you cheat?
Savoloys, sausages, you used to just suck them straight through, basically, or liquidise things. I even liquidised the Christmas dinner once. And never again, mind you, it was absolutely awful.
So are you going to do this for yourself now?
Yeah.
Not for material gains?
No.
This time, Barry says he's going to diet. Trouble is, his mum has heard it all before.
You're your own worst enemy, ain't you, where food's concerned? And once you've got a pint in front of you, then you want to bolt it with it or something like that, don't you?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's only you that can do it.
Exactly.
I mean, you had a brand new sports car put in front of you, and you couldn't get in it, could you?
No.
But
at that time, there was more to life than just sports cars and material things. I was out enjoying myself, as I thought then, with my friends, so...
Yeah, but your friends are all thin. They ain't got that trouble you've got. That's what I keep on telling you.
Truth is, the big man's got a heavy heart. He's been up to 55 stone and down to 31. Now he's no idea how much he weighs, but it can't be a lot of fun being single, jobless and living on disability.
You go out there, you ring round for jobs, and they say, fine, you sound like the person we're looking for, come down for an interview. So you go there, and as soon as the person sees you, sorry, the job's already gone. They always make an excuse. What they don't actually say is, look, you're too fat for the job.
Higher up is not too bad. I mean, this is all, you know, normal flesh here.
First stop, the doctors.
This is for him not too bad. I think part of the trouble is that he can't get to that to put the cream on. His mum's putting on, that's fine.
Of course, this has been ulcerated before here, and it's now quiet here.
It's not discharging, which is a lot better than it has been. Do you actually want to lose weight?
I'm not going to get any younger, so the older I get, the worse it's going to get. So I'm really determined to lose the weight now.
All right. I mean, there are several problems associated with this. One of the things that we haven't been able to do is to weigh you, Barry, because our scales are pretty useless. And we're going to have to work out some way of weighing you, because to do this properly, we need to make sure that you're making progress. Okay. One of the things they say with the tablets that are available, Xenical, is that it does have side effects, and you'll like these, including explosive diarrhea if you eat too much fat, and also sometimes you can have what's called leakage. In other words, you might find things are a bit messy. But you've got to want to do it. I mean, certainly I'm not going to force it upon you. It would help you, obviously, as you said, in your long-term health, because if you don't do something, you may run into serious problems.
Okay.
You're seeing the dietitian, which is great. You've done a diet sheet for today for Sarah.
I think in terms of his diet, it's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. It's the quantities as well as the quality of the food. 32-ounce steak, prawn cocktails, garlic breads, bacon, prawns, red meat, ice cream. I presume that's not Weight Watchers ice cream, that's ordinary ice cream.
Just normal ice cream.
And chips. We like chips, don't we?
Yeah.
What about the booze?
Oh, I have cut it down quite a lot.
Yeah, how much were you on?
Oh, anything into 40 pints in a night.
40 pints a night?
Yeah.
Yeah. 40?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But I've cut that right down. I tend to drive everywhere, so I don't drink.
Not with 40 pints.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
All right.
Would you try and stop him from the eating and drinking?
No.
Come and see me in a week's time, we'll just check those out.
Okay.
All right, see you soon if any other problems.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cheers. See you then.
Bye.
Although he says that he's determined that he's going to lose weight because he realises it's his health, we have had this discussion before. And I think that he has got such a degree of notoriety. I mean, he's well known around the club circuit, he's appeared in rock videos. You know, if you take the weight away from him, what else has he got? And I think that that's the way he thinks.
We know what he was drinking, beer, and in the past it's been champagne. Because he's a celebrity, he enjoys a good life. He is invited and is given slap-at meals in restaurants and things like that, and he is positively encouraged to be big.
He's been big for a very long time. I think he was about 17 stone when he was 12, you know. Having said that, he was only a 5-pound baby, but this is the way it goes. The other problem you've got is his mum thinks she's being kind by feeding him. And I think that it's not just getting through to Barry, but getting through to his mum as well.
I reckon you've got a part to play in it as well. Well, you fed me up over the years.
I've fed you up. I mean, come off it, Bess. As fast as I've put you on one diet, you've gone out and helped yourself in the food line, in the kitchen or somewhere else, and in somebody else's house or shops or anything else, haven't you? I did feed you up when you was a baby, I suppose, because you were so small.
Exactly.
Yes, I suppose I was a downtrodden thing at the beginning, wasn't it? It was a downward path afterwards.
Yeah.
You've never recovered from that downward path, have you? Because you've had everything, put your hand out and it's been there for you. If I haven't given you, somebody else has.
Of course.
Yep, that's what mums are for. Both Barry and Jack live a different reality, one where they're rewarded for their size. It's hard to lose the weight when there's telly, tabloids and mates urging them on to play the fat man, to be the fattest man.
I know for a fact, if I carry on like this, I probably wouldn't see 35, 40. It's the only thing I've been good at, is eating and drinking.
What's it all about there, Barry? What's it all about 7 Balties and 40 pints of lager?
I suppose at that time I thought I was enjoying it for myself, but I suppose I was just putting on a show for the people around me. Because they was always egging me on to do something a little bit more all the time. So I suppose I was putting on a show for them, really.
Why do you think people enjoy you eating, enjoy you drinking?
Because I suppose because I've never seen anyone eat or drink the amount I have done over the past years. So it's special. I suppose it's something like a freak show.
Action.
Jack's a bit of a stay-at-home. In fact, he didn't leave his flat for a quarter of a century. Early this year, he was chauffeured to his tailor's for a trouser fitting, and that's been it. He's lived half a lifetime with a view of a brick wall.
Like I was saying, all this now, what you see, although the interlock there, is my... Well, like you say, I was told you, the last 26 year, I've just been looking out there. It could be better, you know, if the brick wall wasn't there, I could see more into town, but I'm happy with it, you know. In some you see more people walking about.
Once upon a time, there was a different Jack. One who went out. One who had a woman who loved him. A Jack the lad who had his Jill. Her name was Brenda, and she knew just the way to tickle Jack's fancy.
When she got to know like stew and dumplings, I went, you know, when I seen her, I said, I made something for you. I said, have you, love? What is it? Stew and dumplings. And I'm not kidding you, I'll never forget this. I says, Brenda, how many dumplings have you made? She said, I've made 40 for you. 40 dumplings, yeah. She said, if you eat them, I don't think you'll move. But here they were lovely. I ate she made me a right big dish and I ate it all for her. And when I were eating it, she was sat there proud as could be.
Jack and Brenda had 4 good years together. Then, tragically, he lost the love of his life to cancer. Then he lost his mam and his gran. A black cloud came over Jack Taylor. Jack stopped in. For 25 years.
I suppose if that tragedy hadn't have happened to me, maybe I might not have stopped in. But it was though I wanted to be myself. A lot of people used to say, well, from what I got told, he deserves a medal for what he's done. You know? A lot of people would say, well, look, 2 days in the house, I'd be crazy, but 25 years. But I did it.
After decades indoors, Jack's become like a piece of strange performance art. His neighbour Doris, his niece, and a home help bring him shopping from the outside world. Jack's solace is his growing fame.
Shall we go in the kitchen or the bathroom? Where do you want to go first?
Let's do the bathroom first.
Okay.
Jack's is a world lived in microcosm, where the smallest functions require gargantuan effort.
Now this is my little bathroom, which I can just manage to get in. Now as you see, that's my bath. It's made of cast iron. It's easy getting in, but it's hell harder getting out.
Did you have a standard size loo there, Jack?
Oh, well, toilet, I mean, like I say, you know, I can just manage on it. Really, I mean, that was already in when we come, but, I mean, like I said, they don't make them for me anymore. But that should really have been a lot bigger, but, like I say, God willing, I can manage them, you know, and it's that way.
Behind you there, above on that shelf there,
yeah,
there's a green can.
Oh, yes.
Show me that.
The green can? This? Well, that is simply an hairspray.
Is that to do with the hair?
Yeah. Do
you want to talk about it?
Well, not really. Give a squirt now and then, you know. And like I say, I believe in toiletries. I have my bubble bath.
Jack's remarkably nimble at avoiding above-the-neck questions.
You know, I think I've got everything by the little duck, put it that way. But once I get in my bath, I love a bath.
Hair lacquer.
Hair lacquer.
Is it hair lacquer, that?
It says Supreme Hold.
Supreme Hold. It's hair lacquer then, isn't it?
Is that the secret of Jack's
So that's
hair?
what he must do. I think Jack dyes his hair as well.
You walking good now?
Yeah.
It's that Room 101 moment. They found a set of scales big enough to accommodate Barry. It's the moment of truth.
Is that one? Yes, 100. Okay, come on, Barry, stand on that.
30 stone, 40, 50. Place your bets.
0.5, which is approximately 41.3 stones.
Yeah.
Barry's ballooning up again. It's the second time round for Barry. He's been to this hospital before for treatment, but he backed out at the last minute. Losing weight this time is going to be harder, and the medics are sceptical.
You need to be under 100.
Yeah.
So you need to get about twice the weight you are off you, basically.
That means slimming down to 15 stone 10. Come on, Barry, you've only got to lose 25 stone.
Okay, I think you ought to do, you are running out of time to lose weight, you ought to do it sooner rather than later now.
Yes.
Because the way you are, you're not going to be enjoying life for too long, isn't it?
That's correct.
And I'm sure at present, with the problem with your legs, you're not enjoying it now as well.
No.
So you've got to seriously do something about it.
I'm actually doing it now.
If you do, then be serious, Barry. I thought you were serious first time when you came to me. And I took it very seriously at that time, and I thought we will help you with it and get you through it. But then you did a runner on us at that time. And whatever the reasons was, I think you understand them yourself now.
At that time I was made certain offers and it seemed more glamorous and...
Yes. What happened to your Hollywood offer? I think you had an offer in Hollywood at that time.
Yeah, I couldn't even fly there because there was...
Couldn't find a bigger enough plane. It might sound quite glamorous at this stage because everyone is trying to make you... Because at the end of the day, there aren't that many people of your size around, and that's why everyone is after trying to make movies out of you. But the moment you start lying on bed, people will forget about you. As far as your staying with the diet and just trying to lose weight like that, I think you've got to convince all of us. Because my worry is that you are again going to be pulled towards that glamour and you might forget all about it.
It all come at me as a bit of a shock. Just one day I was just a normal person and the next day I was everywhere.
For 3 years, fat has meant fame for Barry. He's cavorted with topless lovelies and been pestered by the makers of saucy films. He's been good tabloid fodder.
Is that your job to be the jolly fat man?
Not no more, it isn't now. I'm going to use all the energy I did to put the weight on to actually lose it now.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, it's all in your
What
head.
happens when you get hungry? What are you going to do then?
Drink fizzy water.
I said it before,
No.
Baz, and you haven't done it.
No, the older you get, the more weight is going to stop you from doing things.
Why now? Why didn't you do it years ago?
I know I'm going to be on a constant diet for the rest of my life, battling with it. So I'll be happy.
You'll be anorexic before you know it.
No. About 18 stone, I reckon. I look good at.
It's a long way, isn't it?
No, not really, 18,
It's a long way
36. It's only 23 stone.
Yeah, it's easy when you say it.
Yeah, 23 stone. I can lose, say, 10 of that, no problem at all.
So what are you now, 40 what?
41 and a half. You having some girls? Oh.
Full. Go on, I won't make you feel guilty. You carry on.
Did I say you was?
You think of your diet and you're really going to do it, aren't you?
Yes. I'm going to Bradford next week to meet Jack, the other person who's in the film. I'm looking forward to meeting him. I don't really know too much about him. I know he hasn't been out of the house for about 20 years.
Huh?
I'm not so sure. He's had some problems when he was younger. I think a couple of deaths and things like that. And he's a lot bigger than me as well. He's, I suppose, around 20 stone bigger than me. Somewhere around that.
So he's what you used to be?
Well, basically, yeah. I'd really like to talk to him and hopefully get him out of his shell and out of the house. Because, to be quite honest, that's no life, I feel like. Just being shut away in the house.
He's got no life, has he?
No.
Four walls?
Exactly. Just give him some self-confidence, I suppose. Give him a boost.
Well, he sounds as though he needs help.
Yeah.
Well, he wants a sounding post, don't you, really, to say that if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good shape today. Put some cream on now.
Jack lives to a precise routine. He's got just one family photo, but his whole life is a monument to the past, a shrine to his mam and his gran, and to the love that ran to Fat.
This was my grandma's bedroom. I used to say to myself, well, nobody's allowed in here, only myself. I mean, I've come in, you know, and I've looked about, and I've looked like that, and I've started to cry, and I've gone back in the house, and I've just been heartbroken crying. And I'll always do that. I always say, she died in that bed. And when I knew she was dying, taking her last breath, so to speak, I hugged her. And I kissed her. And I realised what was happening, and I thought, well, this is it now. And she just died in my arms, and that's something I'll never forget as long as I live. Sometimes I visualise I'm looking at her there, and it just sets it off, you know. She didn't want me to stop in the house all those years, because she used to say, you're a young man, you should go out and enjoy yourself. And, you know, it was just one of those things. I know it wasn't half of my life, it was a silly thing to do, but I did it, and I've no regrets. No, I don't regret what I did, no. Happy with that. Yeah. Happy with that.
You might think Jack now lives a monk-like existence, having lost his family and his true love. You'd be wrong.
There's a pair of shoes behind me here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Them, to me, they're priceless. Because of my girlfriends, who I love, Joan. So, in that little corner.
Shall I put them back in their
Yeah,
special
please.
place?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the phrase, getting your foot underneath the table, Jack?
I have, yeah.
So you're not actually alone, are you? You got
Well, no. I've got a girlfriend.
What about Jack and these women?
Like I said, he's had two in his life, and that's all he has had. One what died. I never met the one what died, but the one what he's got now is a lovely person. She's a very nice woman.
Is he a tiger in the sack?
Is he a what?
Tiger in the sack.
Yes.
Jack's girl is camera shy, but it seems she's not alone in feeling a strange attraction to the man with the eye-catching coiffure.
I used to get a lot of young girls coming to me, all walks of life. Oh, if I was in a pub and somebody seen me, you know, they'd be winking and, all right, Jack, can I come home and see your bed? I says, oh, no, you can't, no. And then they'd say, well, I only live round the corner, there's my address or my phone number. And I'd probably end up saying, oh, I've somewhere to go. That's just to get away from them.
But Jack, at night,
Yeah.
the hair.
Yeah, well, like I say, no problem. I just wake up, usually. You know, I think there'd be problems if I was laid down, you know. But like I say, with me sleeping upwards, you know, this is the way it's been years and years and years.
It stands proud.
Yeah, Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
I'm really excited to meet him because I've never seen anyone at that size before. He's going to be about 5 stone heavier than my heaviest. I just want to see how he's coping with it. He's 55, 56 in age, and he's about the same in weight. And I tend to listen to people who's actually bigger than me because they know what I'm going through and what life ahead of me has in store. Fine, thank you. How are you, Jack?
I'm okay. Suit yourself, can you manage there?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Nice and steady. Give me your hand. Aye. You've done it. How are you?
Yes, fine. Yourself?
Not so bad.
What's going on with the thing on your head?
Well, it's a creation. It's what you call Jack's creation.
Right.
You know? What you see is what you get in the story. That's it. It suits me. And...
what's the purpose of it?
Well, no, there's no purpose with it. It just goes with Jack Taylor.
It looks like Minnie Mouse kind of.
Yeah, well, that's me, Jack the Giant Minnie Mouse. That's all I can really say to you. But I'll tell you what, you're a good lad.
Together at last, the two of them reflect on television's insatiable hunger for the fattest men in Britain.
You know, I'll find it intrusive sometimes when the camera's in your face.
Is that right?
And seeing actually how much you're eating.
Yeah.
And things like that. But so you must feel the same,
well,
surely.
At first, Barry, I was. I'll agree with you on that. I was.
But why do it?
Well, I don't know. They wanted to see it because they were so amazed with me, you know. Now, they tell me I'm a legend over in Germany. But like I say, it's nice, but what I'm saying to you, with me being house all these years, it does make up for it. You know, you're in your house, Barry, and then all of a sudden the world knows about you. Well, I think that's good.
I reckon back in the 1800s, we would have been in a freak show or something.
Well, listen,
You know, I reckon, Jack, to be quite honest, both of us, we've got into such a routine in saying what people want to hear and not our true feelings for it. It's like being a showman.
That's
You know, you're
true.
laughing and joking to the outside world, but deep down inside, when you're on your own at night, and you're the only one there, right, that does affect you.
Yeah.
And you cry. I'll cry most nights because of that.
Yeah, but why do you cry?
Because there's nobody there with me.
Oh, is that the only reason? Oh.
Yeah. No, but on a serious note, sir, you don't go out. Come on, mate. I've never met you before in my life.
No.
But, like, we can go out. just to the door.
Yeah.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah.
And just take some of that... Take some of the rising.
I know.
And some fresh air.
You know, Barry, I had a lot of tragedy in my life. And then one day I says to myself, it'd never bother me if I never went out my own, no more ever again. And it stuck.
But there's no love. You just...
You're amazed, Barry. You're amazed with doing what I've done. You know.
But what is actually in your mind, in your head? That's what I'm trying to fathom out here. Because... I'll consider, to be quite honest, I'll consider myself, if I carry on the way I'm doing, is that I'm going to end up like you in the next, I don't know, 20 years. And to be quite honest, Jack, I would hate that to happen to me.
Yeah.
Because it's no life at all, and I'm an outgoing person.
I know that, Barry, I know. I've been there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Jack, can I just...
You know, come on, Barry, yeah.
Oh, I see it. You know, when you're born, you're with your mother and you've got the umbilical cord. This is your mother, this is your umbilical cord.
Yeah,
you
true.
feel safe here.
True.
And like, you don't want to go out. But you must. I'll tell you what, Jack, if I can get down 10 stone, will you come out with me? Bearing in mind how long it would take to lose that much weight.
I'll think about it.
When do you think he will leave that room?
In his box. Simple. He will never leave in a million years. He's just scared of being ridiculed. He's living in the past all the time, what he done 20 years ago. And believe me, the world's changed since then.
On the ridicule front, He's not helping matters with his unusual hairstyle, is he?
No, his hairstyle is something else, I'll tell you. I don't know what he's hiding under there or how he cuts it, but like he's got these Minnie Mouse ears coming out. He's just unreal.
Like I say, Jack's creation.
Tape? Sticky tape?
Well, Jack's creation.
I thought I noticed a little sliver of black tape.
Well, I can't say no more than that, you know. Well, I can't because I know what to say. Just Jack's creation. What you see is what you get. One of a kind. Can't say no more than that, can I? Eh? What you see is what you get. End of story. In a nutshell.
Little did we know that our friendship, once so promising, was about to undergo a trial of fire. We'd grown fond of Jack, and we'd planned what we hoped would be a pleasant surprise. How wrong can you be? We were desperate to know just how much he weighed. Size is important to Jack, so we wanted to be able to confirm him as the fattest man in Britain. Then we could end the film with smiles all round.
Will you stand on that?
Oh, Jesus. Up. Oh.
We even had champagne and oysters on chill to mark his coronation as Britain's heaviest man. We were that certain of it.
Oh. What is it?
Hang on a tick. I'm going to answer a question which you haven't known the answer to for many years. Do you know how heavy you are, Jack?
Well, not really, as now.
The night before, I'd guessed he'd be 58 stone.
Equals... Well, according to this, Jack, you're only 31 stone.
Eh? What?
According to this, you're only 31 stone.
No, never in this world. Well, 31... Oh, no.
And all these years, you've been thinking you're 50-odd stone.
Well, I was 48 stone at Morley's. 51 stone? No way, no. I won't buy that, no way. What's this? What is it, a scale?
It's a scale.
Well, it's out of order. Well out of order.
Do you think it's not working?
I don't know, but... No, I won't accept that. No way, no.
Do you think
no
you're heavier?
Way. I weighed nearly 50 stone at Morley's. No way, that's well out of order. 31 stone, you must be joking. My bleeding balls wear that, and that's on telly. No. I won't buy that. No, I'm not buying it neither.
Do you think it's out? Do you think it's not working?
Well, it's wrong. You mean to tell me all them years ago I got on a scale and I weighed nearly 50 stone, and you're saying I weigh 31 stone now? No, you're insulting me now. Don't you insult me. I'm telling you, Nick.
Why am I insulting you?
You've insulted me by doing this. Do I look 31 stone?
I don't know. I'm not very good at judging.
Eh?
I'm not very good at judging. You think you're much bigger than that, yeah?
Well, look at me, man. Look at me. 31 stone. You've insulted me, old pal, I'll tell you. Take it to my house and just go.
Disaster, pure and simple. Bafflement all around. Jack gutted by a hurt we never intended. Collapse of stout party. Our fault. My fault.
He's very upset.
Yes. I'll talk to him later on, see what's really upsetting. He will tell me.
was upset because he didn't weigh as much as he thought.
Can't understand that. He'll tell me. That's all I can say. He will tell me in his own time what's about his weight. But I don't think he's really happy about that.
Yesterday when I seen you, you was more chirpy and everything.
I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
I've just been hurt, that's all. It'll wear off in time.
I see. You've been wide?
Eh?
Wide. They've just
I don't know what it is. I stood on it, but it's a lot of bollocks.
Right.
We thought that he was the heaviest man in Britain.
I don't know. Well, I didn't know.
And he did as well.
Yeah. So...
But he's not.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know.
So, I can't say much more. Tell Jack, talk to Jack, you see.
The scales seem to be right.
They're not wrong, then. So what are you gonna say to him?
I better give him the oysters.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to go now. I'm not messing you anymore.
Yeah, Barry.
You look after
It's a
yourself.
pleasure. You and all have a good
Yeah.
life. Like I've told you, be careful at zinc.
Okay. See you later.
All right, Barry. Take care.
Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
£31 stone, that's like an insult to me. I might as well say to people I'm a fucking ballet dancer. Would they believe that?
You should be dancing around that room, I tell you. You really should.
He seemed quite upset.
The guy... He's built himself so high on his big man image, but he isn't a big man, he's only a little puppy, really, isn't he? He's in training, and he should come to my school of training, and then I could build him up into a proper heavyweight.
Go on, what's wrong? Tell me.
No.
No, Jack, please,
No,
tell
I'm
me.
not saying no.
Please.
No.
Go on, Jack.
No. I'll keep it inside me, which I know it's wrong.
Yeah, but it's not
I'm
no
not
good
right.
at keeping it inside, Jack. It's best to get it out, Jack. If you've got something like I'd have something inside me and tell you, I won't tell anybody else because you're my best friend. Are you going to tell me?
Another time, love.
So
Not just now.
you're not going to tell me?
I will, another time.
But don't keep it too long.
No.
Once upon a time, a man became a king, with a crown and a throne and a ring of admirers. They had come from overseas to pay homage at his knees, lapping up his stories in his land of custard slices. Once upon a time, there was a boy who would be thin. He cried and he tried to succeed on a diet, but the Balties and the bevies and the papers and the telly conspired to keep him heavy with the burden of his fame.